Welcome to GLHF, the world's first podcast at GDC.
Holy cow, is there anything in any of these frames that says GDC? Or could we just be in San Francisco?
We are in San Francisco.
Maybe they could see
some
that
will recognize.
Little
Yeah,
thing.
that might be. Well,
Can you see that little thing that says GDC on it
I'm
there?
not sure.
All right, well, trust us.
Yeah, we were just talking about how we could still be faking that we're even in the same place. We
Yeah.
could be on a Skype call right now. Does Skype exist anymore? What am I talking about?
I hope not. I hope those chat logs are long gone.
I think they're gone.
I hope
think
those are
Skype
way
is
gone. Well, it's a beautiful day in San Francisco. There's a pigeon behind
It
you.
is. It's gorgeous weather.
Look at that. Can we see the pigeon? Yeah, we can see the pigeon in the frame. Ethan, zoom in on that pigeon and give it a bob.
Look at we're so outside right now. Like, you see this beautiful skyline.
I know. Look at this. All these the architecture of San Francisco is out of control. Like
It's
those
really cool.
buildings behind you that are very nice.
There's a lot of really cool old buildings mixed in with newer buildings.
Yes, San Francisco clearly had a big influx of money right around the turn of the century, as evidenced by all the architecture. That's what I learned from my video last week.
Oh, okay.
Architecture.
You just said something about sushi that you're going to talk about.
Oh, yeah. So we lost last week's episode, and one of the things I
yes,
said
I'm
was...
sorry.
No, everything's okay. If they were meant to hear it, they would have heard it. But they do need to hear this, which is... one of my only topics last week was sushi is too big. You remember that?
I do.
Yes.
You know what?
And you agreed.
It's such a shame that we lost this episode
There were
because
so many
you
good
were
bits.
making points.
Left and right.
Like
Daylight
crazy.
savings time is
Really
a
good
positive.
points.
Right. But the sushi thing's important. So I'm
You
just
know
putting
what's
that back
funny
out
is
in the world.
we concluded that daylight savings time was good
Yes.
because it mixes up the year a little bit.
Right. It's just like
you
a
need
fun
something
thing.
like weird to happen once in a while.
Exactly. A thing that
Gets
everyone's on
people
board with.
talking.
Gets people talking.
And then it was funny because we had that conversation and then immediately, like 2 days later, the time switched and I lost an hour of sleep. And my first
Right.
thought was, actually, fuck this. Actually, this fucking sucks.
No, so incorrect. You got to see the bigger picture. Because again, when the people who want to get rid of it, I still maintain, are the same people who want every car to be a Waymo. It's like, and I would rather have every car be a Waymo than get rid of daylight savings time. You
Wow.
know? Because the Waymo, if every car is a Waymo, less people will probably die. But daylight savings time, like, you can't have everything in your life be focused on efficiency and and smoothness. You need some things that are just fucked up because, and it might as well be daylight savings time because no one's getting hurt. Actually, I would bet that someone has done a study and like probably 30 people die every year because of daylight savings time for some reason, but
For some reason,
that's
yeah.
a small price to pay as far as I'm concerned.
People late to their meetings because they use their microwave clock religiously.
Yep, and it never changes, and then they get in a car accident because the train normally comes at an hour earlier, and then they oops,
and,
bang.
and they're rushing across
Yeah,
the track.
Done.
But sushi is also
Sushi's
too big.
too big. Yeah, that's what we determined.
I agree wholeheartedly with
Yeah.
this. It's
And it-
always 2 bites worth of food for
yeah.
me.
And you're like gagging
And
on
then
it.
it's oh my god, you're gagging, or you try to bite it, it's falling apart. You're eating it with a fork, like
Yeah.
like some kind of bowl.
And that's horrible. Like, there's just, it's not good. There's no good way to eat sushi the size that it is. So if it was 40% smaller, it'd be more enjoyable. You could eat more little pieces of it. It'd look cuter. And you wouldn't be gagging and vomiting all over the place every time you ate.
Which I am.
Exactly.
God knows.
So that's all I wanted to share from last week. Was there anything from last week you wanted to make sure we got out? I mean, those were
I
the
don't
two
know.
main.
We were on a fucking roll.
We really were. It was
all
one of our
all
funniest
of our best
episodes,
opinions,
truly.
I think.
So, oh well. It's what it is.
But here we are. We're in San Francisco for the Game Developers Conference.
That's correct. The festival
This
of
is
gaming.
the first thing that I was invited to. Okay.
Ooh, by who?
By somebody, by GDC, somebody.
No way. Shout out GDC.
I think it was the lady that, gosh, I think her name is Margot. I'm sorry if I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, that is Margot. No, it is Margot. Margot with an. Well, I'm not going to spell the name exactly, so just in case we don't
Yeah,
want to
don't get
dox
the
Margot.
spelling wrong.
But Margot.
But
Big shout out Margot.
and she says hi to me when I go into the media room because, of course, I have access to the exclusive media room,
Yep.
which we need to go over the media perks.
So
But,
many. I didn't experience much of them, so you'll have to.
But I
fill
was
me in.
invited to this. This is the first event that I've been invited to as a creator, so it makes me feel famous. I feel famous for many reasons
I know.
while I'm here because I'm also getting recognized like crazy.
Like
'cause
a motherfucker. I
Game devs,
love
man.
how many people recognize both of us simultaneously. I think that's so cute.
Yeah.
Because meeting one of
That's
your
true.
favorite YouTubers is great. Imagine meeting two at the same time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's three if Juniper's there. It's like boom, boom, boom. And it's like, oh, man. So,
But yeah, so I got invited. I said, I looked up the usual ticket prices. It's usually like $700.
I know. This is true. It's interesting because it's like.
And I said, fuck it, I'll go.
It is a professional conference, right? So like I went to VidSummit last year. That is a professional conference. The tickets are very expensive because it's for professionals. But GDC, as you said, they got a new tagline, Festival of Gaming, but it's still $900.
That's the thing. I overheard some of the employees saying, we're calling it the Festival of Gaming because we're trying to like get the general public to come.
Right.
And I'm thinking about the ticket prices.
With what money? Well, what's the cheapest ticket?
Who's doing that? I think it's like $700.
That's really expensive. Holy cow.
It's extremely expensive.
I also would like to shout out, there's two of them walking by right now, but I don't know if you've noticed, but they got all these people in blue shirts at GDC who are like volunteers, you know?
Yes.
They're all so nice. They're like waving at you when you come in. Hi,
Very
how's it
nice,
going?
yeah.
Ask,
Do you
have
think
any
they
questions?
had like niceness training?
Definitely, yeah. I was talking to one of them last night, and he said that it is just like a big summer camp for them. Like they all like make a bunch of friends the whole
They're
week.
all like, well, because I was just talking to one on the floor that was like off duty, so he had a shirt over the blue shirt.
Yeah.
So as to not be mobbed by people, I assume, asking for help. But a lot of them are like game devs and stuff because the perk is that they get to come to GDC for free.
Oh, true, because that's the Festival of Gaming.
So I assume they
cheap.
also like have some time to wander around by themselves if they need to.
But I just want to shout those people out because they seemed all really great. I think the vibes of GDC, I'd come back. I liked it.
It's been really nice.
Yeah? We're positive?
This guy I just had a lunch meeting with told me it's actually 40% smaller than usual.
Yes, we've heard from several people.
Which is crazy because it's huge.
Well, you see there's a lot of that floor that's blocked off. Somebody told me, I don't think it was one of the blue shirts. Who was it? No, it was some dev on the floor. It was like a lot of the like the platform holders, like your Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, aren't really doing. They don't have like big booths in the main floor.
Well, apparently they had secret parties that I wasn't invited to.
I know. So, well, they weren't parties. Weren't they just like press hours where you could play the games, or were they? If they were parties, I'm gonna be pissed that I missed them.
I would have loved to go. I keep hearing one after another. I hear about. Did you go to the Nintendo party? No.
I didn't.
Did you go to the Xbox thing?
No. The future of gaming is here, and we missed it.
I did get invited to Capcom headquarters. I did go there.
Oh yeah.
So for now, Capcom is my best friend.
Wait. Rank all.
If they're problematic, they're not.
How many big? Everyone is, right? All these big publishers, except Nintendo, swag. Rank all the big. How many big game publisher people or developers did you talk to, or was it mostly indies?
I've mostly talked to indie people.
Okay, so it's just so Capcom's the best and the worst.
Yeah,
Capcom
the one
wins.
and only.
I mean, my favorite thing that I've done is I had a bunch of meetings one-on-one set up with like random people who either worked at like, the KCD people or the Cyberpunk people or whatever.
Oh, you did meet with the KCD people?
Oh my God, what a team that is! Because like a lot of my meetings are with people who are like PR, right? Which makes sense because they're trying to like connect us with developers so we can ask them questions about their games for the videos. But this guy, I don't know if there was a miscommunication or what, but he was not PR. He was like the guy who programs the AI, not like the AI, but like the artificial intelligence for NPCs and like how they behave.
Yes, they did a panel about that.
Yes, which I missed, and he told me that I shouldn't have missed it because he was basically telling me the whole panel in person, one-on-one.
Did he know who you were?
Yeah, so he said right before we met, he was like, I wasn't sure who you were, and then I looked you up and I realized you're the guy who made the video that everyone in the office was talking about 3 weeks ago.
You are somebody that is frequently described as the guy.
Yes,
blah,
exactly,
blah, blah.
Yeah. But that was just a really fun conversation because I just got to ask him like, how does all this work? Like, how does this work? And I asked him, were there any like really cool, like unknown features? Because a lot of the things that developers will say is like, as anyone who makes games knows, 95% of the work you put into a game is like sight unseen, like no one knows about it really, and like that's the way it's supposed to be. But there's so many like incredible systems in these games and like effort that's put into them that no one pays attention to, and so I obviously make videos about stuff like that. And so he was just telling me like, here's some things that I think you'd think were really cool that you should look out for in KCD2. So I'm going to look into some of that stuff and see if there's ideas for videos there potentially, but it's just great. There's nothing cooler than talking to like game devs. Like they're just so nice.
I keep saying this, but what I really like about this event is that it's just, well, it's actually for what it says it's for.
Yes.
Which I didn't feel VidCon, like was right? VidCon.
Yes. No, VidCon was like a mishmash.
You think, at least from like when I was younger, it seemed like VidCon was for creators.
Right.
And like mingling with creators. And that's not what it is now. It's
Nope.
been completely taken over by like corporate stuff and specifically Minecraft YouTubers for little babies.
Yes. Shout out J-Man. Shout out J-Man
Shout
Curly.
out J-Man Curly. We love J-Man. I don't even know if he plays Minecraft actually.
Well, whatever it is.
But he's a musician.
He's
for
the guy.
Sure.
Shout out J-Man Curly. Shout out Swag Dog. It's the way it goes.
Shout out Swag Dog.
I didn't even see him, but he's around.
But
yeah, it's amazing
what was
because
I
this has
saying?
been going since 1988.
Yeah, but so
And-
it's cool that it's for developers and it is for real. Like all the panels are like legitimately useful information about either very technical stuff about developing games or game design. I mean, they have everything.
Yeah.
How to market your game. Like it legitimately seems like it would be so worth it as an indie dev just getting started to come here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's prohibitively expensive for indie devs, which is kind of one of the problems with it.
Yeah.
But there's like so much networking opportunity. Everybody is so nice. It seems like the kind of thing that could like totally turn your career around by
Yeah.
coming to legitimately.
Yeah. I met a lot of people who.
And it's making me want to make a game.
I know. Which is, I feel like anytime, well, actually that's not true. I think what I want to say is anytime you're around creative people who are doing something, it makes you want to do it. That's not
That's
actually
true.
totally true. Like if I'm around actors, I'd never want to act. And like I was saying, if I was around,
Yeah.
TV show, like
it's
don't
true
care.
if you already have a little bit of interest in it.
Right,
Because there's
but-
some things I don't care about doing.
Yeah. But like if you're around musicians, you probably go like, man, I kind of want to make music. It's like fun. Seems cool.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, maybe not, but
Yeah.
yeah, the video games are just the coolest.
But
Like,
it's because I know a little bit.
well,
like, enough
you're
to get
underselling
started,
it
right?
a little bit. I
Like-
feel like you know a lot. What's that
I
degree
do
called
have,
again?
yes. I have a computer engineering degree.
What
but
kind of
it's-
degree?
There's, it is a master's.
It's a master's degree.
It's a bachelor's and a master's.
Mm-hmm.
I have another master's too.
There you go.
Just to remind everybody.
Yeah.
Some people don't know this, you know. I do. I've been
I love
recognized
that
by
it's
a lot of people.
surprise for people, though. I love that you don't
Obviously,
like that it
the
just
people
comes
that
up.
actually, the people that actually watch all my stuff know.
Yep.
But I've told a couple people since I've been here that like knew me and said they like watched my videos,
Yeah.
but didn't know that.
And they're like game recognized game, but they didn't know you had game.
I need some kind of like badge to wear or something.
A diploma, perhaps? Some sort
Actually,
of
two of
piece
them.
of paper?
One for each master's degree.
We can print out little versions of them that you can
It'll
wear.
be, we'll make it into like a little enamel pin.
You could get one of those. They have these little like things that people attach to their badges. You can get one that just says "I have a master's degree."
Yes.
Perfect.
I have two.
Oh yeah. Well,
Or
we
I'll
give
put
you
two
two
of the
we
ribbons
give you
that
two
say
of them,
I
yeah.
have a master's
exactly.
degree.
Or we'll
Yes.
do I have a master's degree and I have another master's degree,
Yes.
and we could just add as many as we need. Anyway, yeah, GDC's fun. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
It's good.
I think that I would come back. I probably will come back next year. Maybe. I probably will. I like San Francisco too.
Oh, yes. San Francisco's been wonderful.
Just a cool place.
The weather is wonderful.
It's really nice. The buildings are
It's really
cool.
cute. It's really walkable.
Uh-huh.
I was saying it's like, of the big cities I've been to, it might be my favorite that I could actually see myself living in.
Well, there's that old quote.
And I think I realized what that really comes down to is having a lot of local businesses. You know?
What local businesses have you gone to that were like you really liked?
Like all the restaurants and stuff.
But
It's not
which
like
ones
all
have you gone to that
chains.
you were like, damn, this is so good?
We went to that Italian place. I really liked
The
that.
Italian place was pretty okay. It was good. I would say it was good. Yeah, it was good. It
But
wasn't
was
mind blowing. It was good.
As somebody that loves pasta, I
Mm-hmm.
just liked the concept because it was like a build your own pasta thing.
Yeah, okay.
And it was like relatively affordable.
And everyone there
and it
was
was
really
good.
Italian.
And
We've
but
actually
yeah, I
had
think
two
I just-
Italian encounters now that I'm thinking about it. The waiter at that one place was really Italian. You remember that? He was like, hey, what's that pizza?
at the
What's
nice
that?"
place.
Yeah.
We went to like a fancy Italian place.
Yeah. He was really Italian.
Also, Zach was telling me we got charged for the water.
Yeah, we did. That's why I was surprised that everyone said still they were because
I
they
didn't realize that. So they asked.
still sparkling or tap.
Yeah.
So it's like you want bottled still, bottled sparkling, or just tap water, and everyone said still, and I was like, okay, y'all, who's get your
I
credit
didn't
cards out.
know. I guess I didn't know that there would be a difference between still
No,
and tap.
it's a classic fancy restaurant. Like it's not a trick, but it's like a standard.
It's a little bit of a trick. Who knows that? You can't ask
What
for
did you
still
think
water.
tap was then? Like why? What did you think the difference was between still and tap?
I think the problem is that he says sparkling still as the first two options.
Sure, he goes, "You want sparkling still, or maybe some tap?" He just like does it really quietly, and you're like, "Oh, I guess still."
And
I
when
want
somebody's
sparkling
listing
water.
options to stuff, and you think you hear the one that you want,
Yeah.
you stop listening.
But now you know. Now you know not to be fooled by these Italians' tricks at
so
these
I
Italian
actually didn't
restaurants.
realize when I Venmo'd the guy for the dinner. Maybe I should have put a water charge in
I
there.
over Venmo, so I think we're covered.
Did you?
I think
You
we're
covered my still water.
I don't like the thing. Anytime we go to a restaurant and it's like a thing where somebody pays, then you Venmo. I don't like calculating it, so I just assume everything I got was $50, and then just add however many things I got.
Wow.
And then just send that much
High
money.
roller.
Yeah.
What
that's
were
how
you eating, by the way?
It was a.
You were
it
about
was a
20
fish.
miles away from
It was
me
a
at that
fish. It
dinner.
was not that good. Yeah, I don't. That's the thing. I don't like. Listen, all love to everyone we went to
You
dinner
were
with.
across the world from me
I
at
do
that
not
dinner.
like going to dinner with that many people.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. I think 6 is like the most.
What did we have? 12?
14.
14?
We had 14 people.
Yeah.
And it was fine, but it's just like yelling, and you just, whoever you sit next to, it's like being at a family Christmas dinner thing when you're 8 years old, and it's like you're just at, wherever you are
I
is
think
where
we
you
should
are.
rotate. I think there should be some rotation.
Like a bell that goes off.
Because I want to talk to everybody. I don't,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed talking to the people I was talking to.
They should do it like that show
But-
Love is Blind, where it's just you and one, it's like 2 people at a table, and then you just keep shifting. So you get one-on-ones with
Yeah.
everybody. But,
Which is kind of how they do, like, icebreaker events.
yeah. But, it seemed like
You're
you had a
switching
cool, your
around.
table seemed cool. My table was cool,
Were you jealous of my table?
You had it was a strong table. You did have
It
a
was a
strong
good
table
table.
over
No,
there.
we had a lot of good conversations.
Yeah. I heard you talked about
There was a fellow
something.
PhD quitter,
Wow. Relatable.
which is good, yeah.
Somebody told me that you had a conversation about something that I would have really liked, but I don't remember what it was, like infrastructure or something. I don't know
was
if this
it? I
rings
don't
a
know.
bell. But they were like, you should have been there for that. You'd have a lot of opinions. And I was like, I would.
All my best opinions are not recorded.
Yeah. That's why the last episode got broke, is because it was too much of your best opinions. And so it was
Probably,
like,
yeah.
no, we got to get your second tier
Yeah.
opinions on
But
this show.
by the way, I mean, I made like one Blue Sky post about this, but the last episode does not exist because it turns out I didn't record any of my audio.
I saw that. I was looking at the channel, and I was like, is she going to post about how there's no episode? You didn't. And then Ethan was posting in my
should've.
Discord about it, because people
Yeah.
were like, where is it? I don't care.
Guys,
this
I've
is
been-
not the point of the show.
I've been
We're not
flying
here to be,
around. I will say,
we are underground, like you said.
before
this is an
missing this
underground
one
pod.
previous one,
We were on a
we've
roll.
had a historic
No,
run.
it was insane. It
We've
must
had
have been 20
a historic
episodes
run.
without any
Yeah.
issues. Nobody had to go to the doctor. Nobody was suddenly like had plans or too busy making YouTube videos.
Yeah.
No, we were locked in.
We used to miss one like every month or two.
It was every other
like-
episode was out, yeah.
So we're doing really good.
We really are.
What was I gonna say?
Anyway, yeah, Italian dinner.
It's all slipping out of my brain.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long week.
Love San Francisco. I was gonna say something about what people have been. Public announcement for my audience
All right, I'll turn away. Or
who
I'm-
love to say.
I'm gonna zone out.
I mean, you can
I
also
am
be
in your
present.
audience, I guess.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm here. Talk to me.
You're not really one of the ones I'm talking to. I'm talking to all the people that love to say that I'm bad at games. And they love
Oh.
to leave these comments that say, this is painful to watch you play this.
Uh-huh.
Like, why didn't you just go to the ledge, you
And-
fucking
and jump off.
numbnuts,
Yeah.
dum-dum,
Right.
poo-poo brain idiot.
Yeah, wow, that's harsh.
That's pretty much
That's crazy.
That's exactly what they say.
Wow.
They say, I shit on your name,
Okay.
you dumb idiot. They're in my stream chat, they're in my comments, and when I've been demoing all these games, the devs are saying I got the fastest times they've seen.
Oh my god, so these people are full of shit, is what you're saying.
I demoed a game, and this is gonna be, so there's gonna be a GDC video probably where I go over a lot of this.
And then we're gonna see you playing them, and people are gonna be like, you
But,
nuts, you
I-
suck at these games. Learn how to demo a game.
I demoed a game yesterday in a dimly lit hotel room with 6 other people sitting in there in silence while
Incredible.
I demoed it, which is awesome vibe.
You remember the game?
Yeah, well, it'll be in the video, but
Okay, you don't want to shout
it was like
out
a puzzle
these
game.
hardworking indie devs. I get it.
They said I was great at it. Now, could they have been glazing? I
Right.
guess.
You're saying the indie devs whose existence lives or dies by the opinions of the people who plays them in their dingy hotel rooms
Right.
told you that you were great at it? Who could be lying?
Anyway,
I believe the devs. I really do.
and
'Cause
I don't even care, of course, about being good at games.
Okay.
But I'm
it
just
sounds like you do a little
But I-
bit.
I'm contradicting myself a little bit.
But why do you bring this up? Just because you were so good at them on the show?
I guess I'm constantly trying to prove people wrong.
Yeah.
Because maybe my ego is fragile.
I like to hear you be combative with your audience, because I think sometimes you let them get away with too much. And I think you should. I think it's good that you're calling them out.
I gotta
sometimes.
put them in their place a little bit.
You have to a little bit. Now here's my question. So anytime somebody says something like this to me, where they go, in my comments, these people are saying X, Y, Z. I want to know, if you were to represent it as a percentage, what is a reasonable percentage of people who should think that you suck at games?
Who should, in my opinion?
Who should? Like, whether it's right or wrong, like, there's always going to be a percentage of people that are unreasonable, and they're going to think something stupid. And what percentage do you think that is? Do you think it's like 1% of people?
To be fair, it probably already is 1% of the total comments.
But is that
I
acceptable?
receive.
That's what I'm wondering. Is that an acceptable number of people who should think that?
I don't know. And it's more prevalent in my stream chat, I will say.
And those people are never the ones playing games. Do you want to move because you got sun in your face?
We've committed.
All right.
That's fine.
It is what it is.
I'll just do this.
Okay.
But yeah, I am completely overreacting
Do you ban
to
quickly? Are you a banner?
minority of
people. Do you do
people.
ban? 48-hour ban. Shut up.
I ban people. I ban people permanently, pretty much every time.
That's incredible, as you should.
I don't do timeouts.
IP ban? Can you do that?
Huh?
Can you IP ban? Like based on the
I
IP
don't think
address?
so.
YouTube doesn't provide you with these tools.
There might have only been one time where I actually searched up the person's username on multiple sites to ban them, because they were being like really creepy.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure. My fear is that somebody will be creepy and I'll ban them on one platform and then unknowingly still interact with them on another platform.
Oh.
Because I want to make sure they know that they're gone forever.
Well, why not? What I want to know, because I actually think hiding them is the better move, because then they don't even know that nobody is seeing.
Well, that's what I mean by ban. Like on YouTube, you can't even actually.
It is just hiding.
Ban people. It's just hiding.
And I feel like
they can still post.
Smart. That works better, because then
they
they
don't
think
know
that they're.
Yeah, they don't know that you're not seeing it.
And they're just screaming into a void. Or then it's like Stan, though. Dear Slim, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. You know that?
Mom spaghetti.
You're in the ballpark. But that's like he was writing all the letters to Eminem, thinking Eminem was receiving them, and he was getting mad because he wasn't replying.
I don't really know that story.
All right.
Sorry.
It is an American classic, so I do recommend. If you've ever wondered why your tears have gone cold.
Sorry, I'm hearing rustlings in the bushes that are scaring me.
Bees? You think it's a horde of bees?
I hope not.
Or a wolf?
I fucking freaked out at that bee the other day.
You did freak out at that bee.
Yesterday?
Whatever day it was. You're not a fan of bees. You really aren't.
I got a bee on my shoe.
If
it looked like it was stinging my shoe.
No, it was just breathing. Because those bees, it was just breathing. It was stressed out because those honeybees can't sting you. Or if they do, they die. So they don't want to do that. So you could trust them, is what I'm saying. Wasps, I get it. Those are nightmare creatures.
I don't know. I'm really, really scared of bees.
Yeah, I mean, it
and
does
I don't
hurt.
know the difference. Like, I can't look at it and know, is it a bee or a wasp or what the hell?
It's like someone's running at you with a baseball bat. You're not going to be like, is it a baseball player or is it a
stand around
murderer? No,
and
I'm
wait
just
to be
going to.
attacked.
I'm running. Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to scream and jump up and down and say, somebody get it off!
Right. And he's like, wait, I play for the Royals. And you're like, I don't fucking know anything about that. That was a good, nice bit that we did. Good job. Pretty good.
But yeah, I was freaking out. I was jumping around. It was humiliating.
No, it wasn't. It's fine. Listen, it hurts like a motherfucker.
I'm a gamer. I don't go outside.
It's not fun to get stung by a bee.
My phone's gonna overheat because of the sun. Are we going?
I'm watching it. It's still going.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still recording. If it stops, I'll let you know. That'll just be where the episode ends, I guess.
Oh. Hello to this bird.
Hello, pigeon. What's up? Let's see if it'll come closer.
No, do we have anything else to say about GDC? So much has happened. I mean, I've already forgot.
Obviously, you can do like a GDC recap, but you're making a video on it, so I feel like that'll cover most of it.
That's true.
What has been your favorite game that you saw? Shout out games.
Everybody asks this.
I know. I'm asking it right now. I'll tell you mine. We played this little game. I don't know the name of it, but it's like a little village builder, and you're on the back of this giant creature. And these people live on the back of this giant dinosaur with like a forest on its back, and you cut down the trees and build a little village. But then the creature also walks through the world, and you have to make sure the creature stays alive and that your little villagers stay alive. It was sick. I really enjoyed it.
Nice.
And that's really the only game I played.
I liked some of the games I demoed yesterday. I played a horror parkour game
Oh yeah, with dinosaurs.
that you said is a thing that already
well,
existed,
I just know
and I
there's
didn't
that
know.
one series. It's either Dying Light or something else. I don't remember what it's called.
So maybe it's just
But-
based on something, and I was like, this is the most original thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But nothing is original. It's fine.
Well, a lot of people want more games like that.
We have a group of people.
Yeah, there's a
coming
group
in
of people behind you. Yeah, I can see them in your
Should
your
we
thing.
ask them if they want to be on the podcast?
No, let's zoom in on all their faces. Maybe they're going to film something too. There's competing pods.
Maybe.
They're pointing over at us.
This would be a
Pikmin.
perfect podcast to have got a guest on. There's like
So many
so
people.
many
Well, most people have
famous
left.
people.
Is there anyone still
well,
here?
yeah, everybody's gone.
Yeah.
We're here on Friday. Apparently, everybody leaves. It's
I
not
know.
cool on Friday anymore.
Who's your favorite person that you met? Favorite famous person that you met?
Specifically famous
yeah,
person.
Like a person with value.
Oh my God, the current CEO of Neopets. Shout out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, big fan?
I mean, he doesn't know who I am. I only talked to him for 2 seconds. Because I went to, first of all, Neopets had a panel here. Why?
I know.
I don't know. They're reviving it though. They're trying to revive
Trying to make it old school.
Because I made a little Neopets video like a couple years ago.
I remember that.
And when I went on there, like it was kind of a flop because there was nothing to do on the website because it was 70% broken.
I thought there was like old Neopets website also. Like I thought they kind of siphoned it like a lot of those old games too, where there's like Neopets and then there's like vintage Neopets. Or am I maybe
The
I'm
way
thinking
that
of
it
something
was a
else.
couple years ago when I played it was super weird because they had like remodeled some of the pages but not others. So it
So it was,
wasn't
like,
like
going on
two
the
separate
Internet
websites.
Archive.
It was just that you
Yeah.
would click on a link and it would suddenly be the old way that it looked.
Okay. And everyone wants it to be the old way, I assume.
I don't know. I'm not sure what their plan is going forward, but it seems like it's changing now, and they're reviving a lot of the games. A lot of the games just didn't work because they were all Flash games, and then Flash was
Yeah.
banished to hell by Google. Wasn't it Google that made that decision?
Probably.
Because they decided
like,
not to support it on Chrome.
Yeah.
And then
Well, probably.
everybody
I
was
bet you
using
it was after
Chrome,
like
so-
because wasn't YouTube used to be Flash based, didn't it? Didn't YouTube
Probably,
videos
yeah.
something like that? And then they were like, "This is not efficient enough for the amount of videos on here."
Yeah.
And they canned it, or maybe they didn't want to pay the license fee or whatever it was, and so they canned it. And so many things have died.
But so
You
all
know?
the Neopets games, of course, were Flash games. So the majority of them didn't even work when I tried it before. But now, the new CEO, it seems like they have a pretty small team at this point, first of all, because I don't know if they bought it or however they ended up as the current team.
Yeah.
The CEO guy is like an OG Neopets player, like all the
Okay.
all
Did
the players are.
Did you get the sense that they were like, we bought it back from whatever grotesque venture capital firm
kind
owned
of,
it?
yeah. I
And they
got
were
the
like,
sense
we're
that
going
they're
back to
like actually
basics?
trying to revive it and do it correctly.
Yeah.
And I'm just glad that it even still exists in any form
Yeah.
because it
what was
seems
the
like the
panel
kind
about?
of thing.
Just like, here's Neopets now?
It was kind of like what's their plan going forward of how
Okay.
they're gonna make it better.
And it was packed.
And currently, the line was packed, and then once we got in there, there were some empty seats. So I didn't have to line up quite as early as I did. By the way, I'm famous in the Neopets panel.
Doesn't surprise anybody here.
I'm extremely famous in the Neopets line.
You could probably host the next year's Neopets panel.
Yeah. Also,
you do that?
speaking of hosting panels,
Huh.
because I was asking Juniper Dev how she ended up on a panel, and she's like, "Oh, I just asked."
She just did. Yeah, well, that's kind of how a lot
And
of these
that's
work. If
also
you
the
have enough
answer of,
subscribers, people, or even not, like,
Other people I've talked to that have done conference panels, I'm always like, how do you do that? Like, I would kind of like to do a panel. Like,
Yeah.
did they invite you or something? Most people just say, "Oh, I asked."
well, and they
to do
actually
it.
tend not to invite people. Is my understanding is like, and this is why I don't do them because I don't like asking for things. And most people, even if you know they would want you, they just are. They are solicit. They don't need to ask people because enough people are gonna reach out. So you do kind of have
So maybe
to.
I just need to ask to do a panel.
That's all you do. And they open usually as soon as the show closes, it's pretty soon that they're starting to try and organize things for next year. So you easily could do it. We could probably do a live GLHF on a stage if we wanted to, which would not be what this.
think-
it wouldn't be good for the
I
show,
don't
but
think
I'm
that'd
saying
be a
we
good
could.
idea.
What we would have to
Wouldn't be
do,
good for the show.
we have to do it on a stage, but in a isolation box that had a screen so people could see us, but we couldn't see them or hear anything. So we
Yes.
could just do the normal show, or like
Yeah.
two-way mirrors or something like that.
Or it'll be like like Good Morning America or whatever, where there's people like screaming outside the window.
Yeah, but we're like protected, and
But they
we can
can't
just do our
even hear
thing.
us.
Because as we've learned several times, trying to do it with other people involved doesn't work. It's really not what this show is for.
Listen, it could work someday.
We could get good at it, but
We could.
Why would we? The show is perfect as it is.
It is.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I liked.
It really smells
what
like
else?
pizza all of a sudden.
Well, we're right next to a pizza restaurant,
Oh. I guess
Right there.
There you go. Okay.
which me and Zach ended up at a weird like charity event in there the other
Oh,
day.
yeah?
Because we were just trying to get pizza, and they were like, "You can't get pizza; it's a charity event. But if you donate to the charity, you can like take
Get
the
free
pizza
pizza?
that we have at the event."
Was it cheaper than the pizza would have been?
It was actually because we only had to donate
What-
$10.
That's a stupid idea. They should have done it at least equal. They could have made more money. What was the charity? Pro-life across
I
America?
don't know exactly. I think I support it because it was like diversity in gaming
Okay,
industry.
so probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Granted,
Good
I
job.
only glanced at it long enough to,
Right,
put in my
little
payment
letters it
information.
said, get rid of diversity in video games.
My main motivation was
Yeah, we're done with
it
that.
said anti-diversity.
Anti-diversity
really,
in video games, yeah.
really small.
Diversity in video games, it's too much.
No, I think it was legit.
Okay,
It
good.
seemed like cool people that were there, so
Nice.
that's how I judge charities. Is I go to an
The
event
vibe
and
of the
judge the
people,
vibes.
yeah,
I
100%.
vibe check them.
Yep.
So my main motivation was the pizza, but it worked out
Hey, it's a good way to do a charity.
because it was $10 and everything here. Oh, that's another thing I could talk about.
Do it.
The price of the food.
Oh, it's insane. Also,
How did they decide
So they
this?
give you. That's a good question. Well, how they decided it is they priced it, and then everything sold out, and they said, all right, we'll do it more expensive next year, and they did it, and then everything sold out, and they're like, I guess we'll go more expensive next year, and then they're
So,
just
yeah,
rising
they're
it up until they hit the point that
Incrementally finding
yeah,
the
the market
maximum
balance.
price.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. But the thing is, so they give you these cards, these little cards, and they say there's $75 that you can use to buy food with
Yes,
this, right?
specifically for media people, by the way.
In terms of
This is a
yes,
privilege.
exactly right. In terms of the actual value of it, like in terms of GDC dollars, it's about $18 of like real money in terms of what you can
So
purchase with
true.
it because of how expensive the food is. But also, all the places that we went to try and use them that we thought were like GDC places, they were like, we don't take that. So there's like a
Where were you
shop
going?
in the convention center. There's like a shop downstairs.
Yeah.
That's just like a little place with like this Rockstar energy drink and so on. Shout out Rockstar Games. Email me. And we tried to use the card, and they were like, "Oh, we don't take that here." Or like the
Wait, is that drink the same brand?
no. I'm just trying to get that. That's like the one company I can't get in touch
It
with.
looks like a similar
is
logo
Rockstar
almost. So.
a little
oh.
bit, yeah. Because Rockstar's
They make
very
GTA,
secretive.
right?
They do make GTA, and so I'm trying to talk to some people on that team. So if anybody knows anyone, Rockstar, it's like I'm not even looking for. I don't even want any secrets or anything. I just want to meet people who worked on the game, so
You
I can
want
ask you
acknowledgement.
questions. I want to acknowledge them.
Okay, yeah.
You know, I want to help them sell
Did
more
they not
copies.
acknowledge you in some way?
Rockstar is a very kind of like Nintendo. I get the sense that they're very much like we're going to do our thing and let the work speak for itself, and that's it. And we're not going to like. I don't think I've ever seen Rockstar do like a sponsored video or
That's true.
like an event really even. Like it just
There's certain companies that are like too cool
yeah,
for
they
that.
don't need to. And I respect it. Like I get it because they're right. Like they could do nothing and GTA 6 is the
Yeah.
biggest thing ever. So I get it, but I mean, geez, I love what they do so much. So please just let me in for God's sake. Anyway, yeah, the food and those cards didn't seem to work at the food truck thing or
So
the
first of all, the full story. On Sunday, I get here on Sunday.
right.
Conference starts on Monday. I'm like, let me go ahead and get my badge Sunday evening so I can just walk in the morning. I go to the media room, I get my badge. They hand me little cardboard coupons for food
Oh,
that say like $5, $10. It's kind of fun. It's like Monopoly money.
yeah.
And they say,
Little tokens.
use this for concessions. I didn't end up using it because I went back to my hotel and then I came back the next day. And then I'm getting Zach's media pass, who's helping me film, by the way.
Shout out Zach.
Shout out brother-in-law Zach.
He was in a video once, right?
He's in my stream chat sometimes.
Yep.
He is not in a video. That was Jake. Multiple brother-in-laws.
Jake. Okay, that's right.
Jake is younger.
Jake does have a different energy. I guess I should have known that.
Jake is also in my stream chat all the time, being an absolute
Is that a
menace. It is a B. It's on you now, though, so I don't care.
It's a honeybee. It's not going to do nothing, I don't think.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm not 100% sure. If it goes down my
Okay.
shirt, it will. That's the
gone.
only time I've ever gotten stung by a bee is if it's like it gets in your shirt and you squish it on accident.
Yeah,
or like
I
one
have
time
a-
at work, I went to go pick up some like utensils off an outdoor table and there was just a bee in there and it just got me on the hand.
Oh my god.
But
I stepped
it sucks
on one
because then
and
their
it stung
guts
me.
come out.
When I was a kid. Another one ended up in my hair,
Yeah.
and I feel something in my hair, and I go to like
And then
scratch
boom.
it.
Yeah.
And
It
it's
sucks. It's
and
not
it's
fun.
over. That
It's
was
not
like
fun.
a wasp, I think.
And it does like it hurts for a while.
It hurts so bad, and it like pulsates.
Yep.
It's horrible.
I mean, it's venom, you know?
But we go in to get Zach's media pass, like, I don't know, 12 hours later after I got mine.
Right.
And they don't say anything to him about free food. And I'm like, are you going to give him the coupons for the food? And they're like, oh, those are obsolete.
We've moved on.
Like 12 hours later,
yeah. New
the coupons
currency.
are canceled.
The Roman Empire has collapsed and we're onto shekels now or whatever.
The coupons are no more. We're going to email you about a card. You're going to get a card.
Nice.
But in the meantime, they said, go up to the cashier person and tell them that you're media, and they'll just give you whatever for free.
Okay.
So later that day, I go up to a cashier person.
So give me
I say,
8 burritos,
with
please.
full confidence, I say, I'm media, so, they said that this is free for me.
Right.
She said, I don't know what you're talking about. It's $45. Give me $45
Right.
right
It
now.
was a water. You were getting a water.
We got 2 beverages.
$45.
For what price?
Unironically, I would guess probably $18.
It was $18.
Jesus
yes.
Christ.
Just like I got another can of soda today. $8 for
Yeah.
the can.
I mean, they got the market, you know?
It's just because you're a captive audience.
Exactly. That's
But
correct.
we did end up.
Well, it's like you're a captive audience and they know you spent $900 to get here, so they know you have money, right?
Not anymore.
No, it's all gone now.
You spent all the
obviously.
rent. You spent all the rent money on
Right.
the
The
ticket.
company's going out of business now,
Yeah.
so you just starve.
We did end up getting the cards. It kind of worked out that we only got the cards like several days into the conference because now I've used it all up, of course, on like 2 meals.
Right. Yeah.
But and the food is extremely mid.
Yeah. It's
I don't know if I should
it's
feel bad
convention
about
center
saying
food.
this.
It's
Thank you for
convention center
inviting me,
food.
GDC. I appreciate it.
So, is it free
the
if you're
food is
media?
bad though. What?
Is it free to come here if you're media?
Yes.
Huh.
There was actually a
Interesting.
guy.
And they gave you $75 free, and we're sitting here complaining?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, I thought these cost money. I thought
Actually-
they costed money.
Yeah. Wait, because you don't even know. You have people
no,
getting
I
them
got
for
people.
you.
They take care of all that
You
stuff.
got people taking care of it.
I feel like they told me they costed money. Do you think they were trying
Just to guilt you?
They guilt me? I'll check my emails.
No, there was somebody.
That's probably not true. I don't think
There
that
was
would happen.
some other guy in the media room when I was in there, that had bought a pass, got here, explained his media credentials, got a media pass, and then was arguing that he should get a refund because the media ones are supposed to be free.
I wonder if that worked. That's a him problem, I feel like.
They didn't seem like they were going to give him a refund.
Yeah, that's completely his fault for not obeying the rules.
Yeah. So yeah, we're VIPs. I think I'm allowed to complain about the food.
No, yeah, I don't whatever. It's an underground podcast, nobody knows.
It's not good.
I don't think the food was bad. It's convention center food.
It's pretty bad.
But it's convention
I mean,
center
I don't
food.
know. I don't have a comparison, I guess.
It's
The
a
food at
convention center
VidCon was
food.
better. At those food carts, it was also
Yeah, but
very
those were
expensive, but it was
third-party,
better.
those were like food trucks, like
Yeah.
Los Angeles food trucks, who were like actual like people. This is
Right.
convention center food.
So they should bring in some local businesses or something.
Well, maybe they should, but then you're not going to be able to use your card for them. You know? So,
That's, you know what? That's not my problem.
all right.
GDC.
Not
Also,
my
every
problem.
time
GDC,
I
fix it up.
see GDC, I think goddamn conference.
This goddamn conference.
This goddamn conference. It's fucking long. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
That's kind of the vibe I'm at this point. Is I'm kind of done with this goddamn conference.
yeah.
It's been really, really fun, but it's a whole week.
Yeah, I don't know if I would
What
do
other
as
conference is
long
a
as you
whole
did.
week?
Sunday to Saturday. Like
I'm here Sunday to
it's 6
Saturday.
days that feels like 2 weeks.
I just figured I should come for the whole thing in case I missed something, and then I missed everything anyway because it all happened
Yeah.
on Sunday.
Yeah. Or you didn't get invited.
Or I didn't get invited.
Nintendo. What was your favorite panel you went to? Shout out some game devs.
The Peak panel was really good,
Yeah.
and the Silent Hill F panel.
Yes.
Which I did. I'm currently streaming Silent Hill F, and I'm probably like 70% through the game, and I did get kind of a major spoiler.
Yeah.
But
you could have known. You could have known.
But it was cool because I love to see...
But it was just them like talking about the game and how they made it, or was there a specific angle?
Yeah, it was more design focused.
Are these all public, or do you have to have gone to GDC to have access to the
You
GDC
have to have
vaults?
got a ticket.
Okay. Because
to
I really
see the
want to watch the
recordings.
Donkey Kong panel they did. Apparently,
Yeah.
it was really fun.
We missed that one.
And then I'm going to watch the other KCD panel probably.
Sorry if you guys can hear the helicopters. That's actually our third angle for the podcast. They're getting the top
Oh
down.
yeah.
They're
Amazing.
getting the top down
It's
view.
incredible.
But yeah, I've really liked the design panels that are more about like why they made certain decisions about the
Yeah.
gameplay or whatever. And the peak panel was just fun because it was just kind of the story of how they made the game.
Yeah. It's like very
And
chill.
that was the one that was like really inspiring to me because it reminded me of like when you get a really good group project going.
Yeah. And like the
Which
dynamic of doing a
um,
group project like that with good people is so fun.
Honestly, I can only think of like one time in like my schooling experience in engineering where like we really had like group synergy making something.
Yeah.
And I haven't had the chance to like work with a group on a creative thing outside of school really yet. But that was what made me kind of want to make a game because
Right.
it was just like, it's so cool when you get a whole team of people that know what the fuck they're doing and you just
Yes.
like lock in and do something cool.
Well, and the fun thing about it, I think, is and this is what I've heard from everyone. Like, I know a couple people who like were YouTubers and now are learning game design and like programming and stuff. And the way they've described it is, it's like the most complex. It's just like an incredible, complex, fun problem to solve, to like make a game fun and make it work. And like, there's so many questions about like, well, if we do this, then how does this work? And then how do we do that? And then what's the structure of this? And those types of conversations are so fun. Like to go
Yeah.
back and forth on, like I was talking to Jack Sather, the YouTuber who's working on a game, and he was like, we were working on a game. And
we
it's
are name dropping like crazy today.
well, I just feel bad not if I was just going to say Jack, and then it's like, what if he watched it and he was like, you're not going to name drop me? I was like, well, of course I'll name drop him. And it's just fun where they're like, you know, we're making a game that works like this, and you're like, well, then if that's like this, then why not do it like this? And then like it gets them all excited and talking about it, and it's just such a cool thing. So, you think you'll make
yeah.
a game? You want to make a game?
Maybe.
Maybe it
Kinda.
can happen. It could be fun. Let's start a game company. We can make separate games.
Everybody thinks this though.
I know.
Let's just
I think
start a
we could
game
do it.
company.
I'm pretty good
Dude,
at.
I've
I
been
can
cracking
manage
up at. Did you see this booth down there that was? It's called Scorched, Nebraska.
Yes, I just talked to them today. Okay, I don't know if you're about to clown on these people, but I actually loved what I saw.
Oh, never
I
mind.
loved it. But you tell me what you saw.
I saw an extremely elaborate, expensive themed booth, and then talked to the lady at the front that was handing out merch. They have hella merch printed.
Yes, there's
And she
obviously
said-
like a problem in
It's
terms
like-
of the.
It's like somebody
Funding.
that has never made a game before just decided to make a game.
Yes.
They're like less than a year into development and they're clearly dropping like insane money on the marketing.
No, they definitely like did something. They probably like used some kind of AI something or other to like
It's
get
full of
someone to
AI
fund
art.
something like that. I didn't.
The
All I
whole
saw,
thing is AI art.
All
All
I
the
saw
merch
was the
is
demo
AI
of
art.
the map. Did you see that map thing they had? It's
No.
like insanely clunky. It looks like ASCII. Like it looks like something from the 90s. It runs at like 3 FPS.
I didn't see anything of the actual game because the whole
Okay.
booth was just like plastered with random.
We beeline straight for
Pictures.
this like awkward looking guy who's like I think a developer on the game. I'm not sure.
That could be anybody at the whole convention.
True. But he basically said the point of the game is they're finding some way basically where they're using geodata, like Google Maps data or whatever, Apple, I don't know what place they're getting it from, but they're getting one-to-one scale recreations of cities, all the information available about those cities, and then trying to simulate what that city is going to be like in 400 years. Take that information. This is total bullshit. It's not going to work. There's no way. But it's just the concept of it is cool. Take that information, procedurally generate a 3D environment based on the actual data available in those cities, and then set a survival game in it. And he said, again, this isn't ever coming out, but
No.
he said the goal is not to make it like Fallout, where it's like all apocalypse looking. They're like, they actually are trying to think like, if you just didn't touch Nebraska for 400 years, what would it look like? And then we're doing a game there, you know? I think that's sick. I think that's super fun. That's a fun use of like
if you
procedural
didn't
generation.
touch it, and everybody was gone? Like, it's abandoned?
It
Or,
was
like,
hard to understand because, like, the map, again, it ran at like 3 FPS, and there were like these clusters that he said were representative of like where people would have moved. I don't know what the like apocalyptic scenario is that they were simulating. But he basically said that but in 400 years, like, if nothing is maintained, 90% of stuff should just be gone, basically just dust, you know? And so it's not going to be like this Fallout thing where somehow it still looks like Washington, D.C. in 300 years and the White House is still there or whatever.
Everything is dust in Fallout, though, according to the TV show.
Have
you been watching the show?
I have not seen the show. I've heard it's pretty good. You watch it?
I never played the games, but in the show, I was commenting on how weird it is that, like, they're basically filming on sand dunes. They're like, this is LA now, and it's just like miles of sand.
Yeah, I mean,
is that how it is in the game?
Not. It kind of depends. So, like, early Fallout is a little more adherent to what things might actually look like after a certain amount of time. It's a little exaggerated. Later Fallout, I think, is not at all like what you're describing. It's much more like, 300 years after the apocalypse, no one has picked up any of the trash for some reason. Like, they're building towns, but no one's picking up litter. And it's like just stuff that doesn't make sense. So they're playing up the aesthetic of the post-apocalypse in those games, not like the realism of it necessarily. So it's like kind of silly in that way. But Scorched Nebraska is going to be doing it realistic.
Sounds promising.
I just think it's funny. Why Nebraska? They're Polish. The people making it are Polish.
Wait, they are?
Yeah, I tried asking him, like, why Nebraska? And he answered, and I didn't quite understand what he was saying. But I'm like, why is that what you're doing? Yeah, it was Lincoln, Nebraska was the map that they were using. And I was like, and if you zoom in on the map, the generation thing, it was like Arby's was there and like real places. Is it a bee? A bee?
No, I got scared. Right. It's a fly.
Yeah, I just thought it was a really funny way of trying to use Google data and like geographic data. So listen, if it ever came out, I'd fuck with it.
If it does, it'll be 20 years.
At least. I told him it'd be 500. I said this sounds like it's going to take 500 years. And he said, actually, we think it's going to take a year. And that's when I said, this is not coming out. No shot.
I mean, yeah, how many devs do they even have?
One, from what I could tell.
Okay, good luck.
But that was another one of those things where you're like, there's an idea there that if it was in the hands of like a really excited team, there's like that could be really neat.
Yeah, that's the thing. It totally depends on the team. The thing that was cool about Peak was that it was like, first of all, they made like 90% of the game in a month.
I have low battery, by the way.
Okay.
But it's still going. We're still filming.
I mean, we're at like 48 minutes, so the pod will just end when it...
Okay.
Well...
But do you need your phone?
Actually, pause.
Pause.
Okay. Restart. Hello, we're here.
You make me say today.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're in person, I guess.
Wait, yeah, how are we syncing up these? You can do it on the audio.
Boom. What were we talking about? Yeah, what else? Did you see anything fun?
I feel like I probably have so much to say. So much has happened. I'm trying to remember what has happened in the last week. It's been a lot.
It has, yeah. It's been a little bit of a blur in
It's been really fun.
some sense.
Hella people coming up to me. I'm not used to that.
Who's your favorite fan you met?
All of them.
Every single one?
Equally.
There was none of them that I disliked. That's what I'll say.
There hasn't been anybody weird.
Mm-hmm.
They've all been pretty nice and normal.
You've probably had enough interactions now to start categorizing them. What's your favorite category of fan interaction? Like,
I mean, it's been cool to meet the ones that are like game devs making legitimately cool stuff.
And they say like, we love your videos.
Yeah.
And you're like, thanks.
It's also funny, sometimes people will meet me and for whatever reason not even tell me that they've seen my videos until like we meet again later.
That's always a fun one. Yeah, they just start talking to you.
I was talking to a guy today that was like, by the way, like, we had a conversation before, but I know who you are.
And you're like, you slippery devil.
Okay.
You tried to trick me, thinking we were friends.
Cool. He was normal.
Yeah.
Everybody's normal. I mean, I got approached by a lady that's a professor, I think, of game design or something like that.
That's cool.
And she said she has played my Steam Games video in a class.
Why? Wait,
to be like what? An example, because it's like indie devs are her students. And
just because you show off games in a good way, so it's like a fun way to inspire them?
Well, she was using it as an example of like how much stuff is on Steam and like kind of what your competition is. when you're trying to put a game on there.
Sure, it's like an exciting way for them to get inspired and understand the landscape.
Yeah.
All right, makes sense.
I assume she didn't show the whole thing because those videos are like an hour long.
No, that's the new version of the VHS tape in class. You say that, all right,
That's
class,
the whole
we're watching a thing.
Yeah, because I mean, average lecture is 50 minutes.
Yep, she's going to sleep.
That's enough time for a mem video.
And that's the whole class, and that's everyone's favorite day at college.
Yeah.
That they paid for.
I might have even said this before on the podcast, but it's funny realizing things that like teachers did when I was in like middle school or high school that I always assumed they had some kind of grand plan as a teacher. But there were like certain activities that we would do that now when I think back, I'm like, oh, that was like a rest day for them. Because like they just gave us something to do and then they can just fuck off.
That is a very fun thing as you get older and how much you realize that a lot of, like everybody who's doing things like are just, they have that feeling of like, I'm just at work. And so they're doing all the same things. I'm describing this really badly, but just like, when you're a kid, a teacher is like a priest. It's like an important position for you in your life. And as you get older, the teachers, you're like, oh, these are just people like going to work. And they don't like it a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And they're bored and they're
Some
tired.
of them do, and we love those teachers that are passionate.
Yeah, we even love the teachers that are tired and still go anyway, like that's the way it is. Did I tell you about this? This is a little bit of a tangent, but the innovators and maintainers conversation I had.
We can't do tangents, actually.
Oh, shoot.
We don't do that.
I forgot. Sorry. Stay on topic.
No, go ahead. Innovators what?
I had an interesting conversation with, there's a guy named Frank Cifaldi, who I think I told you about, who runs like that video game research library thing in San Francisco, I think it's in. I don't remember the name of it, but I was talking to him and the librarian who like manages the library, and they were telling me about this thing. What kind of reminds me of what you're saying about these teachers just like going to class and nobody cares about them, and like everyone, they don't make enough money. And he was like, there's this thing that I know about and that I like called maintainer theory. And I was like, uh-oh. And he said, no, it's cool. He said, society is made up of innovators and maintainers. And the way that like capitalism works, especially in this country, but in general, is it really rewards innovators, but it really doesn't reward maintainers. So your innovators are the people like coming up with new shit and like new technologies and Waymos and whatever. And the maintainers, I know I'm talking on Waymos this whole time. We didn't even take one.
Well, because we keep seeing them drive by.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
There's one right there.
There you go, driving away. Oh my God, just ran someone over. But he was like, yeah, then there's the maintainers, the people who are just like maintaining the previous innovations that we rely on every day, like the sewage and the teaching and so on.
Yeah.
And both of those things are equally as important, and we only really reward one of them. And that just really resonated with me because he's like a librarian for a research library dedicated to old knowledge about video games that were developed from like the 70s to the 2000s or whatever. And it's like, damn, we really can't function without people like that. And we don't give them any attention at all, right? We're so oriented towards these like chaotic, often damaging, and often very helpful innovator people. And we just have no fucking respect.
And everybody wants to be an innovator, and not everybody can be an innovator.
But that's because we reward it. We talk about how cool it is. So that's my new mission in life, is not just to change the way we think about video games, but I want to change the way everyone thinks about the maintainers. I want the maintainers to be our Elons. Like I want the guy who runs your sewage to be on TV talking and getting and on Twitter and buying. I want him to have $44 billion to buy X from Elon, the sewage man of your local. You know what I mean? That's what I want. That's my new goal. And that conversation really resonated with me. So shout out to the Video Game Archive, whatever they're called.
I also just think
amazing. And teachers.
A lot
that's the point.
A lot of us put pressure on ourselves to be innovators because that is rewarded by society.
Yeah.
And I think it's just as honorable in many ways to
more honorable for sure.
To be a maintainer, if you want to call it that,
so to speak,
and also, like you can have a positive effect on people that are directly in your life, like your family and friends and local community, and not everybody has to change the whole world.
Yeah.
Like I kind of think of it like you can like put your everything into trying to make some kind of large-scale change and end up having a small effect on thousands of people. Yeah. Or you can have a really big effect on a few people in your life.
And both of those things are equally good.
And I think both of those things are very valuable.
Yeah. So.
And I don't have any less respect for people that decide
Yeah, I actually
to
have
focus
more respect
smaller.
for people who focus smaller because
Yeah.
again, there's less like monetary incentive to do that. There's less like social incentive to do that because it's not as like cool. So I got more respect for those people.
For
Because
sure.
the other people don't need respect. They get money and whatever, you know. So,
Cool.
well, hey, there you go. Talk about a tangent. Sorry, I got all real for a second.
It's fine. We frequently do.
We do, yeah.
But GDC has been legitimately like very inspiring and nice.
yeah,
It's nice to see how passionate people are and how non-corporate it is and how like there's so many people making stuff literally just because they like it.
yeah. It is corporate though. Like it's both at the same time,
Sure,
right? There's
sure.
plenty of booths that are just like big companies
I've mostly
selling
been
AI
talking
thing,
to
whatever.
like indie devs.
Yes, but the point is they coexist, whereas like in VidCon it was being taken over. Whereas here
Yes.
it's just like this is the whole industry, and so you see every piece of it. Man, it really smells like pizza.
Yeah. That would be the pizza.
That would be the pizza, wouldn't it?
But I've just loved talking to all the indie devs because what they want to talk about is their game and the
Yes.
creative process
Yeah.
and like what led them to make this decision about the game. They're not even like trying to pitch it to me because they're trying to make money. Some of them are.
Sure.
But it's not about like, I want this game to be famous right away. It's
Yeah.
like you can tell that they're genuinely passionate about just making stuff.
Right.
And those are my favorite types of people.
Well, and you
So-
like to hope that passion, that like the reason they're doing that is because they're passionate about it, and that will just sort of lead to success, hopefully at some
yeah.
point, right? It doesn't
There
always.
are also a lot of fucking video games, though. That's another thing you realize.
Okay,
Everybody's making a video game.
have you ever? This is my hot take
So
though.
there's a lot of competition.
I don't know that. I think great video games almost always find an audience. Not necessarily the biggest audience ever, but like if it's a really great video game, I feel like it does. Maybe I'm just wrong.
I don't know.
Here's what I want to know.
I play a lot of these games with 0 reviews on Steam. Sometimes
are
they're
they
really,
truly-
really good.
Okay, give me one of them and I'll play it and I'll decide. We'll see if it's really good.
I can't remember names
It's like
off the top
any
of my
game
head.
could be really good for an hour, you know. But I'm saying like if you make a really good game that's unique or just really well made,
Yeah.
that's a full experience, I feel like you can find some kind of audience. Not necessarily like huge, but great
Stuff
games sell
definitely
themselves really well.
Yeah, the really, really good ones definitely do take off in a big way with little effort. But,
yes, that might not be right, and I'm open
but
to
you have to
people
figure
telling me
out-
that's not true.
You have to figure out some way to get it in front of people's eyes.
Yes.
So you have to at least put some effort into, like, usually some other platform than just Steam.
Right.
It's a little bit funny when I see comments on my Steam Games videos that are like, I'm an indie dev and this is making me depressed because I'm going to put my game on Steam soon. It seems like there's a lot of people that think all they have to do is put it on
Exactly,
Steam.
and that's not gonna,
Which
that
is
doesn't
like-
work. You do have to like probably go to GDC, show it to some people.
You have to at least
you have to
put
start
it
the fire, right?
somewhere.
You can't just put the logs down and be like, "Where's my fire?" You gotta
because
work
if
for it a
all
little
you
bit.
do is put it on Steam, it's just going to disappear and nobody
Right.
will see it.
And the reason maybe why that's depressing is because making a game, as I think we're well aware, is like already 7 jobs that you're doing, and it's so exhausting. And then you not only do you have to do those 7 jobs, you have to do the job of like the promoter and the social media. That's kind of like we watched that panel that Juniper hosted, where they're talking about this idea of like how do you promote your game, and it's like these people are trying to simultaneously be influencers and content creators, which is a full-time job as we know, and also game developers, which is 2 or 3 full-time jobs, you know?
Yeah.
So I get why that could be depressing, because you would like if you could just make things that people like them. It's never how it's ever worked,
Yeah.
and it never will be. It's like
If you can find a
musicians,
way
right?
to enjoy the marketing aspect of it, it's good.
Yeah.
I don't think you always have to think of it like marketing. I know a
Yeah.
lot of people complain about having to promote their art or music or games or whatever on social media because they're thinking of it like I have to be my own marketing manager.
Yeah.
Which, like, yeah, but also, I don't know. You can find a way to make it fun.
You can.
And it's another way to express yourself.
Yeah. But
I'm
some
saying
people
that as somebody
genuinely
that
do
just
just-
enjoys social media anyway,
Yeah.
but
Some people genuinely do just hate it, and if
Yeah.
you do, you probably should just find a friend to do it, you know?
yeah.
But yeah, great games. I just love. It made me want to play more indie games, of course, because they are like the coolest games.
For sure.
Well, no, I like all games pretty much equally.
It's been
actually.
cool to demo a lot of stuff, and like I've said in general, because of my channel, I've been trying so many different indie games. It really is different giving it 5 minutes of actually playing it versus just like looking at screenshots on Steam.
Yeah.
It's impossible for me to tell before I actually play a game if it's going to be good or not. And so it's been cool to demo so much stuff because I think I've given things a chance that I might not have if I had just seen screenshots.
Yeah.
And actually like enjoyed most of the stuff I've played.
I think I actually have a perfect record of judging books by their cover when it comes to video games. I think I have seen so many games come and go that I immediately can go, that's a 60 on Metacritic. I know what that. I could predict the Metascore of every video game based on like 5 screenshots on Steam.
Metascore brained.
I will, yeah, and I'll take that challenge. I'll put
But
money
are there
on
ever
that.
games that you disagree with the Metascore?
Oh, for sure. But I'm able to go, this is a game that's going to be a 70 and I'm going to love it. Or this is a game that's going to be a 50
Right.
and I'm going to love it. But I can always tell. I don't remember the last time that I played a game that seemed like I wouldn't like it, but I did like it. Like I feel like I'm pretty good at, actually, never mind. I'm thinking of like 50 examples.
Yeah.
And they're coming further. There's more
There's a
coming
lot of
every
those
second.
for me, which is, it's a good thing. It's cool that I'm giving different things a chance. Maybe I'll say it'll be at least 5 more years before I come around to the idea of playing a roguelike.
Here's my opinion on roguelikes, okay? I think all roguelikes should be like the original Super Mario Brothers. I think it's good to have a game where if you die, you have to go back to the beginning, but I don't like this thing of how, like, you get new random loot or, like, you get better every time you try, like, you get more equipment. I think you should deadass have to start the whole game over.
Also, somebody was telling me that that's technically what a roguelite is. Like, if there's any type of progression between runs, it's
Bad.
a roguelite.
And that also, I don't want it to be randomly
Maybe.
generated. I want to have to do the exact same thing over and over again until I beat it. Like, I don't like this idea. It stresses me out when I play a game where, like, you go through it and then you die and then it starts over and then it like switches everything. Because then if I win, I'm always like, maybe I just won because I got lucky with my random shit. Like, I want to
Right.
know that
That's
I
true.
accomplished it. And so I don't like games when it randomizes like levels and stuff. I want to have to redo the exact
also
same thing over and over again.
I like a game that I can get immersed in that has a beginning and an end.
Yeah.
And that is intentionally designed, which is like what you're saying is like,
Yes.
I want the levels to be intentionally designed.
Yeah.
It's not like I'll never like any randomly generated game.
Like Minecraft.
Like
is
Minecraft
incredible.
is cool.
No Man's Sky is great.
But yeah, I don't know. Part of it is like, I feel like part of the explosion of roguelikes is that it's kind of easier to do.
I think that's correct. And I'm sure there's like plenty of fun, like people like Hades. I wasn't that big into it for that same reason.
But it's just a little bit funny. It's so like the roguelike and the use of the term roguelike is so common at this point that I almost start to giggle a little bit when I'm talking to one of these devs that are like, so it's a roguelike blah blah blah. I'm like, of course it is.
Yeah, obviously.
think-
Exactly.
Over 50% of them start the speech with that.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit funny that it's still almost being used as like a buzzword that's supposed to make you interested
Yeah.
when like that's all they are. Sorry to anybody that's developing a roguelike. They're very popular. Many people like them.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I played one that I really loved. Like, I've heard Dead Cells is great. Again,
The
people
only
like
one I've
Hades. I
actually
didn't
played
love
is
it.
Binding of Isaac, like back in high school.
Didn't love it. Did you like that? You like that crap?
I enjoyed it at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't really get like super into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't play games kind of like that. You know? Like games that you just kind of are like, they just never feel grounded enough.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, we're over time.
Are we? Okay. Any last words?
Nobody's seen my face the whole time because I've been shadowing it like this.
You kind of just look like you're trying to block it from people recognizing you.
That too. I'm just so damn famous.
How many total times do you think you got recognized? 50?
I've lost count. I'm sorry to be that person.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe like 20. I don't know. I just haven't been counting them. What about you?
In the last 3 days, probably total, probably like 50, something like that. I feel like not that much more than you, though. I feel like we're like close.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Which I'm very grateful for. It's just weird. I don't fully like.
Baby plane.
What is it? Identify.
It's probably a Cessna 150. It looks small. It could be 172.
Look, I'll get it.
There's too much sun. I can't fucking see.
Can you see it?
I think it's 172. But I can't say.
I don't know
I'll
if
look it
you-
up on my phone right now.
I don't know if you can see it.
Let's find out what plane it is. I'm in San Francisco.
Oh,
All
right.
right.
You like track them.
Oh, it's a Cessna 180, which looks
You
very
find it
similar
that
to
fast?
a. Yeah, because it zooms
Are
in
you
on
just
my
like on
location.
Google Maps for planes?
No, it's called Flight Radar 24. It's a Cessna 180. It's at 1,900 feet. It took off.